Hey guys, welcome to 19 minutes of bodyweight cardio. All you need is you. I've got a mat, so if you want one, that's fine too. I just don't want to be tapping around on the hard floor. It's kind of loud. But other than that, we will be putting our hands down on the floor. If you don't want to do that on whatever surface you're on, grab a mat, towel, whatever it may be. I'm going to show you the first exercise, and then I'll show you the other ones, the subsequent ones in the rest in that first round. So the first thing that we're gonna do, I may have said starting 19 minutes, 40 seconds of work, 15 seconds rest here, so nice quick workout. We're going to do a cross jack. So I'll show you how to modify throughout for everything to be low impact. But this first exercise, we're gonna go down, kind of a wide stance, a little bend, and we're going to pop the legs together. So we are crossing here. You should feel those inner thighs activate a bit. If you want to modify this, we're just gonna take that stance and we're going to tap over. So the main thing here is that you're feeling that inner thigh that you're tapping with start to activate. All right, so that's the first exercise. I'll show you the next one next. And we're gonna go ahead and get started so we can rep this out, time this out. We're not doing reps really. So here we go with that cross jack right here. So you're gonna take a little tiny half sumo and we're popping and crossing. So if you're modifying, tapping over. But we're leading with that heel, tapping over. Otherwise you're here, boom. Every time I hop, and I feel like I try to land so lightly, their toys shake. So that's always a nice reminder to land lightly. So you're switching which foot crosses first. You should start to feel those inner thighs. Core works with the breath. Exhale. Keep that connection through the landing. Exhale, connect, and rest. Excuse me. Next thing we're doing is a pop-up. So we're right here. And we're popping the feet in and coming up. So you'll just step the feet forward instead of hopping. All right, here we go. And go. So in a plank, you're popping the feet up, and you can step back, and you can step up. That'll be your modifier. Stepping back, stepping up. Obviously quickly, otherwise you're popping. You can step back and pop up, pop back and step up, fully step up, fully pop up, whatever you want to do. Other things you can modify with here, you can get a chair, or probably something lower for this one, a stool, the lowest step on your steps, rest. Anything like that you can put your hands on and modify as well for a little height. The next thing we're gonna do is a side hinge pop. So what we're doing here, we're gonna side pop, excuse me, we're gonna step out to the side and pop, to the side and pop, right there. All right, so you're gonna lean to the side, pop up on your toes, lean to the side, pop up on your toes. This is pretty low impact already. If you don't wanna do the pop, you're just reaching side to side. Otherwise, your side, pop in the middle, side, pop in the middle. If you want a side hop in the middle, you can intensify a bit. But otherwise, you're reaching to the side, popping up. Reaching to the side, popping up. Boop, 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 right here. We've got 5, 3, 2, 1, and rest. That one's a little sticky for me on the mat with these shoes. These shoes are like super grip, which is good, but I don't think I'm gonna slide my feet around a bit. All right, next thing we're gonna do here is a high knee reach. So we're right here, and we can run it or we can march it. So go. So you can either kind of march or you can run it. One thing to keep in mind here is yes, you are reaching like you're reaching for the foot, but we're not reaching and crunching. We're staying upright. So again, modify, you can kind of pop the knees up in a quick march. You can either even slow it down to a very low impact march, or you're fully running it right here. And remember, chest open, upright, head, ribs, and hips are stacked. You don't want to get punchy, and rest. You don't have to touch the foot. You can just reach to the calf if you need to. Next thing we're gonna do is get down on the floor, everyone, and we're gonna mountain climb. Right here, you can slow climb, fast climb. You can raise up on a stool, step. But either way, we're going, so here we are. Climb it. So you can raise this up on a chair, on a step, on a stool, on your couch, fireplace, whatever it may be. You can raise it up, you can slow it down here, whatever you need to do to keep moving, to get it done. We're gonna be standing back up after this in 10 seconds. Keep a nice length through the body. You don't wanna be butt up or sinking down and rest. And we're going to be doing pop crunches next. So we're gonna go into a squat, pop up and crunch. So you can do pop and crunch, or you can add a little hop to it, where you're gonna, either way, go. So we're squat down, bring the elbow and the knee together. Squat down, together. Squat down, together. And to modify, right here, you're just gonna step it. Otherwise, get your nice little pop off the ground. Inhale down, exhale up and crunch. Keep going, guys. Remember, hips, ribs, and head, nice length through the body, nice stacking. We don't lose the form just because we're doing cardio. We're going fast. And rest. Beautiful job. Next thing we're doing is lateral quick feet. So all we're doing here is we're gonna go side to side. Run them, run them. All right, let's take a little hinge and go. So we're stepping side to side. Again, if you need, you can keep your center and tap out if it needs to be lower impact. Otherwise, you're kind of just running the feet with a little bit more of a hop to it. All right, side to side here. Lateral quick feet. Boom, boom, boom. And again, it can be a tapping out as well. Otherwise, those feet are just moving, 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 moving. Either way, those feet are moving. Things to remember, stay on your toes. Hips are hinging back. Hips, ribs, and head still stay stacked. Rest. So you want that nice length and alignment. All right, we're going back to those cross jacks. That's already one round done. Great job, everybody. We'll start in 5 with those cross jacks. 2, 1, wide stance and go. So right here, or you're stepping. Either way, land light, keep length. We're not dropping into a deep squat here. We're just having that little quarter squat so that we can hop our feet across in the middle. And if that's uncomfortable for you, you can hop them together. So some people that may be uncomfortable, do that little cross, just hop them together or tap to the inside. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Beautiful job. We're going to that pop up next, so hands on the floor. And remember, you can step your feet up too. Let me get some water. Tiniest sip of water ever. 2, 1, into a plank, and go. So either step or pop the feet up, and you're sitting up into a squat here. So hips are shifting back, weight is in the heels mostly, but your whole foot is connected to the floor. And remember, you can step up and lift up into that squat as well. So it's up to you. Just remember, you're popping those feet up or stepping up and then lifting into a squat. We're right here. Stay working. No hunchiness here. You can raise your hands up a little bit if you find that it's too much range of motion for you. Rest. Yeah, lots of ways to modify. Next thing we're gonna do is that side hinge pop. So here we are again. We're reaching to the side, pop it up. Reaching to the side, pop it up, and go. Reach to the side, pop on the toes. Right here. To the side, to the toes. To the side, to the toes. And you can just slow it down a bit and make sure that you're just doing a little calf raise between, or you can have a little pop off the ground. It's gonna be up to you, up to what you need. Just make sure here you are sitting those glutes back and hinging for that reach. We're not doing this for the reach. None of this, guys, where we hunch. We are hinging, keeping nice form, and reaching, and rest. Next thing we're gonna do, Noah's calling me. Next thing we're gonna do is a high knee reach. I did tell him I wouldn't be back for 20 minutes. All right, he just started his rest also. And I'm not gonna talk about it anymore. And go, so high knee reach. You're either running it, you're kind of popping it, or you're marching it quickly, all right? All up to you. Pick your level. No matter what you do, you're moving, you're reaching across the body, but not enough to let it hunch you. Breathe. If you have leaks, I definitely recommend checking your form. If that doesn't help, definitely make sure that you're doing proper breathing. That's probably a lot of times can be the base of an issue. 2, 1, and rest with the pelvic floor. Sometimes we're pushing down, we don't even know it, with our breath. And it can cause leaks and issues. Get in touch with that pelvic floor. Core function section. All right, mountain climbers next. To the mat. 3, 2, and go. So you're right here. Again, the easiest way to modify these is to raise up on a stool, a step, a chair, your couch, whatever it is. And we're just running the knees. You can also slow them down, whatever you need. If your wrists bother you, sometimes going into a little fist can help with that. But we're here, and we're only here for 10 more seconds. You got this, guys. And then we're getting back up. 5, 3, 2, and rest. Beautiful job, everybody. Whew. All right, pop crunches next. So remember, we're down to the side. And you don't have to have that little pop up. You can stay planted. 2, 1, drop. And remember to modify, drop. And no pop. Otherwise, you're popping. Right here. Stay with me. Again, always mindful of that form. Just because you're trying to move quick or you're going body weight doesn't mean you let your form go crazy. 10 seconds. 8. You got this. Whew. Stay here. 2, 1. Great job, guys. We're going to that lateral quick feet. Remember, we are hinging back here. We are not hunching. Hinge, not hunch. All right. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Right here. Lateral quick feet. Hinge back. Nice length. Head is in line. When you start doing this, your chin, it pulls you into an arch. Also remember, you can just tap out. Keep those feet at the center and tap them out, or they're both moving. We're running, we're running, we're moving. Go, guys, go, guys, go. It's never, excuse me, it's always okay and always an option to modify to make it low impact. It's always there for you. And use it if you need it. It's worth it sometimes. And rest. It's better to modify if you know it's gonna make your knees hurt, or it's gonna make your joints, or whatever it may be. Better to modify and take care of yourself. All right, crotch jacks next. We're not even last round. Flying, and go. So right here, or remember low impact, stepping, leading with the heel. All right, otherwise, and this is a great one to talk about that breath. Breath in, exhale, connect. So the breath, when you're breathing in, it's coming down to fill that abdomen. When you're exhaling, pushing out. Throw out your mouth, your nose, whatever. That helps to prevent that bearing down on the pelvic floor. Now, it goes much deeper than that, so I highly recommend checking out that section, rest, that core function section, but just as a very, very, very basic level, breathing in, the breath comes in, breathing out, the breath goes out, starting at the bottom, out. All right, sorry, pop-ups next, and go. Right here. Stay moving, guys. Whatever modification, whatever intensity you're using, just keep moving, keep going. You've got this. 15 seconds. Keep moving. Last round. You're doing great things for your body, for your health, for your mind. 2, 1, and rest. All right, we're going to those side hinge pops next. Remember, you can always take the pop out. So we're here, pop, or you're just here. Either way, we're hinging. Ready? Go. Hinge, pop, hinge, pop. Hinge, not hunch. Very important here. So reach across, sit into that glute that you're reaching towards, and then push off of it to pop to the other side. Stay with me, guys. You've got this. Looking out just a little, 2-3 feet in front of you on the floor. We don't want this, but we also don't want this. Chin tucked makes it hard to breathe. 3, 2, 1. Excuse me, chin tucked to chest makes it hard to breathe. Chin tucked to neutral is good. We don't want this, and we don't want this. Next, we're going to that high knee reach, 5 seconds. Oh, I'm out of breath. And go. So remember, we're running it, or you're pop marching it, or you're step marching it. Right here. Up to you. Whew. But keep moving. There's a big tendency, like I keep mentioning, to hunch here. No hunching. Doesn't matter if you reach your foot. I have long arms. Keep going. I know this one can be tough to keep going, but you've got just 6 seconds. Stay with me. Reach. 3, 2, and rest. Beautiful job. She's not awake, is she? No. She's still sleeping. All right, mountain climbers on the mat. Let's go. You're so close to finish here. If you need to put your hands up on something, pause me, grab it, and go. Do what you gotta do to make it work for you. Everything can be modified and adjusted. You are still here, you're still working, and you are still doing great things, getting towards those goals. Whew. Whether it's that you're here for a specific goal, whether you're just here to relieve some stress, or you just know you gotta get that body moving. We're here, we're working it, and we are doing great things. 3, 2, 1, and rest. All right, pop crunch. Next. We've only got 2 intervals left, guys, unless I skipped something. Get there when that comes to it. Pop crunch. 2, 1, and go. I didn't skip something. Woo. That has happened to me once or twice, and I never forget it. I'm always like, oh no, it's that time, right? And remember, you don't have to have the pop right there. You don't even have to have the crunch. You can just tap that hand to that knee. Otherwise, you're here. Knee to elbow. Sitting back into that squat. 5, 3, 2, and rest. All right, guys, lateral quick feet and we're done. You're doing amazing. That went by so fast. For me. Fast, but I can barely breathe. Here we go, 3, 2, 1. We're right here. We're running those feet. Get those arms involved. It helps the feet move, I promise. And remember, you can do tap outs instead. Instead of the lateral quick feet, whatever you need to do to keep being here, keep moving. Just remember, we are hinged back. Hinge at the hips. Light bend in the knees. Whew. Length through the torso. Move those feet. Keep breathing. 5, woo, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Beautiful, wonderful, amazing job, guys. You did fantastic. I'm so glad that you were here. Let me know what you thought. I always appreciate that. And I will see you next time.